I don't know about you, but I'm so sick of people telling us how our bodies should look. Are we not done with the toxic body image trends yet? Did we not learn from the 2000s? It seems like history is repeating itself. In recent years, slim thick used to be in. There was a rise of celebrities getting BBLs. A more curvy look was considered the most popular body type. And then in the last couple of years, we've heard of trends like hip dips and people trying to get rid of them. Celebrities started taking Ozempic en masse and skinny became fashionable again. Many celebrities started getting their BBLs removed. They were getting buccal fat removal, which is where you remove the fat from your cheeks. It's crazy. And it was only going to be a matter of time before we started plummeting into that early 2000s attitude that skinny is in and obsessing over the hallmarks of a thin body. Right now, the big topic that's trending on social media is legging legs. There are loads of young girls uploading videos where they're jealous of other girls that have legging legs, or they're asking whether they have them. Basically, it's just another word for a thigh gap. They're saying that if you have a thigh gap, then you have legging legs. I'm just going to state the obvious. If you have legs, you are able to wear leggings, then you have legging legs. You don't need to have a thigh gap. Your body does not need to look a certain way in order to wear leggings. I am currently pregnant and leggings are all that fits me right now.
Sweatpants are all that fits me right now.
I'll be wearing leggings from now until the end of my pregnancy, and there is nothing this trend is going to do about it. Thankfully, some of the top body acceptance creators in the space have been calling out this trend.
We are not doing this. Legging legs? Legging legs. It might be one of the most Eurocentric bullshit beauty standard I've ever heard. Now we have young girls out there who think that they were born wrong. These trends have got to stop. Social media is so freaking harmful and toxic. We have young girls right now who think that they can't wear a wardrobe essential that is comfortable, that can be paired with so many different things.
There is a new body checking trend called legging legs. If your legs aren't skinny enough or athletic enough or whatever this unrealistic beauty ideal is, you haven't got legging legs. And these young girls are literally saying, well, I guess I can't wear leggings anymore. Did we just go back a decade? Like, we did so much work.
Legging legs is disturbingly like the early 2000s trend of the thigh gap. And if you were in that era, and trigger warning, some of these images you might find a little bit disturbing, especially if you have similar issues with food and body image like me. If you were on Tumblr in those early days, you may recognize some of these images, often paired with disturbing quotes. And this was called thinspiration. And you remember that Kate Moss quote that literally everybody from our generation has probably seen. It feels like history is literally repeating itself.
Back to the future.
Like TikTok is the Tumblr for Gen Z and Gen Alpha. And I really worry that they're going to have the same impacts that we had from consuming those images on Tumblr in our early teens. That meant later on in life, people like me struggled with an ED. And it wreaked absolute havoc throughout my life. And I'm only really just recovering from it now. These aren't harmless videos. They can have a real lasting impact on the lives of these women. Something that helped me was learning that the presence of the thigh gap is often more to do with hip structure. Now, obviously, the amount of fat and muscle you have on your legs do play a part, but having that really defined gap at the top of your hips, some people will just never have that, especially if their femurs and their hips are just slightly more narrow in the middle. It's just not anatomically possible to shape your body in that way. And many people with different genetics simply carry more fat and muscle on their legs too. And for me, that's what made it even more problematic. From an early age, I had quite big legs because I was a horse rider. And I loved horse riding and it was not something that I could get rid of, but I didn't realise that. And when we're working against our body's genetics, that's when a lot of the more harmful practices can come in. It's just terrifying. Even if someone can achieve this with their body, it's not worth obsessing over your body and trying to shape it into the newest body image trend, because it's going to change soon anyway. We are all worth way more than our appearance, and people find different body shapes and sizes attractive. Having spent half of my life obsessing over trying to get my body to look a certain way, I can tell you now it's not worth it. And I really worry this is going to go even further. The fact that skinny is now seen as trendy is totally terrifying. And earlier I mentioned the hallmarks of a thin body. And back in the day, we'd also have photos on Tumblr of rib cages, collarbones, hip bones sticking out. All of these things glorifying thinness and promoting thinness, which is really funny because people have a go at me for like promoting obesity by just existing and doing stuff in the gym. But this is what promoting thinness, promoting a body type really looks like. Posing at angles and saying this is what your body needs to look like. Your body needs to fit within the rules. So if you're ever confused over what promoting obesity is, if someone was like, your body needs to look like this is what your body should look like, that would be promoting obesity. Somebody, say like me, exercising in the gym, just existing in my body is not promoting obesity. And there's a lot of harm that can come from promoting seeing your bones and being so thin and so emaciated that your collarbones and hip bones and rib cages stick out. And TikTok can be a pretty damaging place. As somebody that has recovered from an ED, I'm constantly experiencing people telling me that I should get sick again. And it's not just me existing in a larger body. I've seen this with smaller creators. I've seen this with people that are arguably thin, less thin than they used to be, because amazingly they've managed to recover, but they've still got people in their comments telling them that they looked better when they were sick. This kind of culture is so dangerous and we need to stop it. And the only way that I can think of to stop it is to start educating people and educating Gen Z and Gen Alpha on what normal bodies look like, on the wide range of bodies, how they present, how they change throughout life, and that is okay. I'm not necessarily attached to the body positivity movement because I don't believe you can be positive about your body at all times. But I love the idea of body neutrality and body acceptance. Your body is totally okay exactly as it is now, and that doesn't mean that you can't pursue health and pursue health goals or get fit, or that your body should never change. But it's more like saying, just let your body do what it's gonna do, and if it changes, then it changes, and it might change in a way where it just fits what you're doing with your life right now, and that is totally fine. But we need to stop manipulating our bodies to fit these superficial trends that are completely to do with aesthetics and that are often really anti-health. For me personally, I know how much I love weightlifting and doing sports now, and there is no way in hell I'm ever going to try and manipulate my body into being skinny again just to fit in with some kind of stupid trend like legging legs. I'm not going to sacrifice my life for something as silly as that. And I'll be wearing my leggings to the gym and outside of the gym as much as I can, honestly, because they're the most comfy thing in the world, and I will be doing that no matter what my body looks like, and you should too, if that's what you want to do. It's a much more fulfilling life when you don't waste so much time obsessing over your appearance. If you like the idea of getting strong, fit and healthy but not necessarily trying to change your body or pursue an aesthetic, then I have a program that would be perfect for you. It's my Strength and Fitness Foundations program, and you can start as a complete beginner, and it's free of any toxic diet culture or awful narratives around fitness and body image. I'll leave the link below if you want to try it. It's got a 7-day free trial. Did you know going into the new year 90% of people fail their fitness journey, and following some of these harmful TikTok trends could be a massive part of that? If that sounds like something you've struggled with, then you might want to watch this video next. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!